Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Happy Vlogmas Day 15. So today I actually have a physiotherapy appointment and then an occupational therapy appointment in Toronto, and my mom's gonna take me today, so I'm gonna take you along with that. And that's at 1 o'clock right now. It's almost 11 o'clock, so I think we're gonna leave soon so we can get through the traffic and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I hope you all are having a great day or night whenever you're watching this, and let's continue on with the day.
Just like it should at Yuletide. The parcels are all under the tree, right where they should be. Soon everything is Christmas-fied, Disney bona fide. And so are all of you. So fast, I wish I could somehow make them last. Put it in a bottle, stick a label on, saying do not open till summer comes. Right now let's savor this, and underneath the mistletoe get a kiss. The rest of the year may be hard to come by, so right now I'm gonna give it a try. And so are all of you.
And he said it's supposed to be fun turning 21. So it is much later. I got home an hour or two ago, and I had a very good physiotherapy and occupational therapy session, so I thought I would come on here and debrief, and then also do a bit of a Q&A, if you will. I do want to do like an official Q&A if people are interested, and if they have any questions. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I will do a Q&A for you. But like I said, I finished up physiotherapy for today and occupational therapy. So it was my third physiotherapy appointment and my second occupational therapy appointment. Every week I've been going to physiotherapy. The first week we started off with a yellow resistance band, which is the least amount of resistance, and then we went up to a red band the second week, and I used that all week during my exercises. And then when I actually went today, we increased to the green resistance band, and he's already noticing some improvements. I seem to be getting stronger with some of the exercises. Some of the exercises are still pretty challenging, but we are also increasing the resistance, so that makes sense too. But I am feeling really proud of myself, and I've been pretty consistent with it. I've had to miss a couple of days here and there doing these exercises, but for the most part I've been able to do them every day, and it makes me feel good. Before, when I would try to do exercise, I would try to do it, and then the rest of the day I'd be out for the rest of the day. And this exercise, it pushes me just enough that I am getting a workout, and I'm working on those muscles that are the weakest, but it's also the balance of not pushing myself past the point of exhaustion where I can't do anything else during the day. So that makes me really happy, and that was one of my things that I really wanted to get out of physiotherapy and exercise, is to find that balance, because I think it can be really hard when you're trying to figure that out yourself, especially if you have a medical condition like I do with the myasthenia gravis and even the cancer fatigue too. It's hard to know how much to push yourself. So I feel like we've been gradual with these increases in resistance, and now I have the green one. So very festive. Last week was red and this week is green. So I am feeling really good about it. I don't think we added any additional exercises with the physiotherapy, but like I said, he wants me to do it with the green resistance band. So next week he is actually off, and then the 2 weeks after that, with the holidays and everything, like they're not in obviously, so I'll have about a 3 to 4 week break, it's looking like. So he gave me the green resistance band, and this week I'm working on doing 10 reps of all of the exercises like I've been doing with this green band. And then he said if I'm feeling like that is getting a little bit easier, then I can increase it to 15 reps. And then, because I'm not going to be going in for so long, he did give me the next band. He gave me the blue band, which is even more resistance. So he said if I'm feeling like the 15 reps with the green band is okay, then I can move up to 10 reps with the blue band. But if it's difficult, then not to worry, that will probably eventually work my way up to the blue band. So that's exciting. So I'm getting all of the colors. And yeah, that was physiotherapy. And then occupational therapy, so I hadn't seen her last week because she had another patient during the time slot. So I had 2 weeks to work on the mobility exercises that she gave me with the broomstick. If you haven't seen the exercise video, I did post the whole routine. So I have been doing the mobility exercises every day, and we actually added today some strengthening exercises for my arms. So that will include the yellow resistance band. So she wants me to start doing that every other day and doing 5 reps, and then increase to 10 reps. And then if I'm feeling like I'm okay to do 10 reps every other day, then I can do it every day, but it's just the gradual increase. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it, and I think having this long of a time off, I think it'll just improve even more, and they can possibly give me new exercises to do after that. So yeah, I'm feeling pretty hopeful about that. And the other thing I wanted to talk about is actually a couple of people on my last video that I posted. So the video that I would have posted yesterday, but it would have been a couple videos ago for you if you're watching currently. Some people were asking about my prognosis and basically why they're okay with canceling chemo and all that kind of stuff. So I thought I would just answer that because I don't think I've really spoken about it too much when they changed my plan. So new to my channel and you don't know, in January I was diagnosed with embryonal rhabdomyosarcoma in my uterus, and the original plan after I had a hysterectomy was to do 14 rounds of chemotherapy and radiation. So the chemotherapy was originally, the acronym was VAC, so that was 3 different chemotherapy drugs, and that's a very intense regimen. Got up to round 5, and I was hospitalized a couple of times in between that, after the first round and then after the 5th round. And then also I was just experiencing a lot of the side effects that my oncologist said that she didn't really have any other patient that had so much trouble getting through this chemotherapy, even though it is a very rigorous, very intense chemotherapy regimen. So they decided after the radiation that we were going to switch to doing the same chemotherapy but taking out one of the drugs and do 3 rounds of that, and then start a 6-month maintenance chemotherapy. But then when my blood counts didn't come up, my platelets were very low, they decided to scrap that idea and just move on to the 6-month maintenance chemotherapy. So what that entails is I do, for 3 weeks, I am on oral cyclophosphamide, which is a form of chemotherapy, and I actually was on cyclophosphamide during my original regimen, but it was through IV. And then once a week I get IV vinorelbine, depending on if my platelet count is high enough. So when I started it, my platelet counts were pretty stable and I was able to go every week. So what happens with this maintenance chemotherapy is it's weeks A, B, and C, and then you get 1 week off of both the oral and the IV chemotherapy. So the first 2 months, I don't think I skipped any IV vinorelbine, but recently, I think I might have skipped the last one of the second month. Yes, that's what it was. So I had to skip the last, so the C week of vinorelbine, and my oncologist said not to worry, as long as I stay on the oral cyclophosphamide, that it's fine, and with the maintenance chemotherapy, they don't go back. So they just continue, like if they have to cancel one, they don't go back and make up for it. It's just, you move on and you're done in whatever time frame it is, and for me, 6 months. Yeah, that's kind of the maintenance chemotherapy explained. I know a couple people were asking like why I was skipping it and if it's okay to skip, and they said that it is okay. And then a couple people were asking about the prognosis of my cancer. So my cancer was actually, the tumor was removed back in January, and that's how I got my diagnosis. They did all the testing and everything, and they did such intensive treatment because it had touched my cervix. So it wasn't just contained inside the uterus, it had touched my cervix, and it had also inverted my uterus. They were concerned that there could have potentially been more cancer cells in my pelvic area, so that's why I did pelvic radiation and then also chemotherapy, just to make sure that there wasn't any distance spread, because they had told me at the beginning that if I get this again, or if it grows or whatever, it automatically progresses to stage 4. And my cancer was between stage 1 and 2, but when they had removed the tumor, they didn't know that they were looking for cancer. Like, they kept saying that they didn't think it was cancer, and they just weren't looking for those markers, I guess, because I don't have a grade either. And that's what they explained to me. When they had taken the tumor out, they weren't looking for those specific markers because they didn't think it was cancer, because they had never seen it at my local hospital anyways. So yes, they can't say that I'm cancer-free or no evidence of disease yet, because I'm not finished my treatment, and they've never mentioned that to me, but my oncologist is confident that the radiation especially was effective, because the radiation was really hard on my body too, and there was a long recovery period after radiation that it really just knocked my body down. So they're confident that the radiation was very effective, and that's why they were comfortable moving on to maintenance chemotherapy and not continuing on with the original plan. And I am someone that change is really hard for me, and especially when it comes to my health, and especially with all of these changes that have happened so quickly, and there's been so many changes. It's been hard to really wrap my mind around it and feel confident that, you know, these new plans are what the best option is for me. But I just have to trust my doctors, and they obviously know way more than I do, and it's a very, 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 very rare cancer. So that's also another piece to it too, that there's not a whole lot of literature out there and research with this specific location of this cancer. So I trust my doctors, and I know that it's gonna be okay. It's been a long, long year. Like, I was just reflecting the other day, and around this time last year, I had cancer and I didn't even know it. And just to see how much has happened in 1 year, it's just like crazy to think about. So yeah, I just have to trust the process, and even though my treatment plan hasn't been as smooth as maybe some people's have been, I just have to trust that my body is getting the treatment that it needs, so that this cancer is completely gone and I don't have to deal with it ever again. And also, I had a CT scan a couple weeks ago, and there was no evidence of metastases, so spread, so that is very, very positive. March or April is when I will probably be done. And I say probably because who knows, there could be changes. And they're also investigating with my blood, so that may change things. I just have to take things day by day, and I have to be patient and wait for the results. I'm still getting results from those 27 vials of blood that they took the other week, and yeah, just have to wait for that. And then the whole thing with change is I'm very much a person that sticks to a plan and has to have a plan for everything, but this year has definitely taught me that you can't go by a plan all the time, because a lot of the time things don't go to plan. So I think I'm going to end off this video here, and if you do have any questions for me to do a Q&A, I would love that. It doesn't have to be cancer related. It can be related to my life. It could be related to school. Anything you want to ask me, just ask away, and maybe I'll do a Q&A at some point. I think I'm just going to end this video here. I'm feeling pretty tired from the day, and going all the way to Toronto and coming all the way back is exhausting, but I know that I'm going to the best place for physiotherapy and occupational therapy, and I am very grateful to be able to have this and to be able to have something to work on and to feel proud of and to have like a regular routine. So I am probably just going to rest the rest of the night, and I've been watching Criminal Minds. I know that's not very Christmassy, but I just want to watch a show, probably read my book. I am almost finished All the Light We Cannot See. I have about 150 pages left. It's very slow. But I will hopefully finish that within the next couple of days, and then I'll tell you my full thoughts. But yeah, I'm also taking care of my mom right now because she's not feeling very well, so I'm the caretaker now, so I hope that she feels better soon. And anyways, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe if you're not already, so you don't miss any other Vlogmas videos or any other videos in the future. And thank you so much to all of you for all of your kind comments. They honestly mean the world to me, and I just love reading them every day. I hope you're having a lovely day or night, and I will see you tomorrow.